Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am C. Shilpa Surana and I just thought to make a quick video on GR Infra Projects Limited IPO. Today is the last day to subscribe that IPO. So if you're planning to buy that IPO, please do watch this video till the end so that you can make an informed decision. Also, please note this is not a recommendation to buy, but this video is for educational purposes only. If you like my video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for more such informations on the upcoming IPOs. So let's start. Alright, so let's see about the company first. The company was incorporated in December 1995 and is an EPC company, that is an engineering, procurement and construction company. They also have experience in construction of state and national highways, bridges, flyovers, airport runways, etc. It is also into manufacturing activities like manufacturing of electric poles or thermoplastic road paints, etc. The company has vast experience in design and construction of various highways across 15 states. Also, at the end of the financial year 21, GR Infra had an order book of 19,000 crores, almost 19,000 crores. Now, what does this order book means? It's a very important term when you are evaluating any infra company, wherein order book has details about all the orders that company has received and not yet executed. So even if the company going forward does not receive any order as such, how much revenue can the company generate from the existing orders it is having in hands? So for these orders, they have not yet recognized the revenue because they have not started working upon it, but in the future they will start doing it. So as and when they do it, they'll recognize revenues from these orders. So it is an important parameter to see that how much order book it is having, so that even if it does not get any order, for how many years the company can sustain. Now, company has also entered into railway projects since 2018 and has got 2 railway projects, which is a good thing. Coming to the industry overview, the government has introduced significant policy reforms to enhance the infrastructure of our country. The road sector has accounted for 49% of the total investment government has made in infrastructure industry over the fiscal year of 2015 to 2019. So further, CRISIL research experts believe that investments in national highways is going to increase by 2x, that is to 1.5 trillion over fiscal year 2021 to 2025 as compared to previous 5 years, which is also a good thing because the industry looks promising and it is going to grow by 2x times. All right. Now coming to the peers of GR Infra, KNR Constructions, PNC Infratech, Hindustan Construction Company, Dilip Buildcon, Ashok Buildcon are some of the peers of GR Infra. Looking at the financials of GR Infra, so the revenue from operation has increased from 5282 in financial year 2019 to 7844, which is a CAGR of 22%. The EBITDA has increased with a CAGR of 20% and the profit has increased, which is the net profit margin, has increased at a CAGR of 15.3% over the past 3 years. So on and all, the company has shown good revenue growth, good EBITDA growth and good profit growth or the bottom line growth. All right. Now the debt equity ratio of GR Infra is also very favorable. It is 0.4 and which is lower as compared to his peers, which is a good thing. GR Infra is a capital intensive industry and despite of that fact, if it is maintaining a debt to equity ratio of 0.4, I believe that's a good ratio that the company is maintaining. So coming to the strengths of GRIL, as we can see, the government is enhancing its focus on road infrastructure in the country. This company will obviously be benefiting out of it. So further, as we had seen that there was an order book of 19,000 crore which GRIL is having. Out of that, 87% is from NHAI, that is National Highway Authority of India, which is again a good thing because we can see that it has been getting good response from the government for the bids it is making basically. All right. Now the second strength is that it has in-house integrated model. So GRIL take care of the project from conceptualizing the idea, like from the inception till the completion. So this makes them, this attracts more client because they are looking into the projects end to end, which we can say is one of the key strength that GR Infra is having right now. Further, the company also have good debt to equity ratio, which can be considered as one of the key points for GRIL. So coming to the risk that GR Infra is having right now, given the ongoing situation that is the pandemic we are facing, there is a lot of uncertainties into how GRIL will be completing its ongoing projects. That's one point. Next is that it is a capital intensive industry, so it requires a lot of capital while performing its operations. So if it receives insufficient cash flow in the future, again, managing its debts and working capital requirements will become difficult. Next thing is that majority of their revenue is coming from civil construction. So if they fail to obtain new contracts, it will be again a problem for them. So I feel that all these risks that we are seeing is not any particular company specific, but overall the risk of operating in that particular industry, be it like a capital intensive thing or be it like the pandemic which is there, and this will be faced by not just GR Infra but even its competitors. So on and all, uh, because it is operating in that particular industry, it is prone to these risks, right? So now coming to the IPO details, the IPO is open from 7th July to 9th July. So today is the last day if you want to subscribe for this IPO. Further, the price band is from 828. So minimum you have to bid at 828 and maximum bid can be placed at 837 rupees per share. Issue size is 963 crores. Important thing to note here is all of it is OFS. So whatever subscription the investors are going to make, the money is going to go to the promoters of the company and not to the company itself. All right. So basically the promoters are liquidating their share from 88% in the company to 86%. And please note that this cannot be always considered as a negative point because maybe the company does not need cash or is in no need of cash right now. So also the objects of this issue is to get a wider market presence and make the shares of this company more liquid. So that's all right. So the bid lot is 17 share, which means minimum you have to subscribe for 17 shares and then you can subscribe in the multiple of 17 shares. So approximately if you are planning to purchase one lot, it will cost you between 14,000 to 14,500. Now coming to the valuation parts, even at the higher end of the price band, that is 837 rupees, the company is very attractively valued. So it is having a P ratio of 8.5, which is far lower than its peers, which is 14.8 or 15.2 or 17.4. So on and all, we can say the company is attractively valued even at the higher range of the price band. All right. Now, coming to the current subscription status, we can see that it has been oversubscribed at three levels, which is QIB, NII, and RII. Just to let you know what does this mean is that suppose if 100 shares were available for QIB, they have received applications for 279 shares already. So on and all, even the market is positive about this IPO, which is again a good signal. So on and all, it looks like a good investment opportunity to me. All right. So that's all from my side, guys. If you like my video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for more finance related videos. Stay home, stay safe. Happy learning. Bye.